Musk, Elon, the man who never fails to astonish, has a few surprises up his sleeve, including groundbreaking discoveries and astounding revelations. We're going all in on Tesla today. There's been a ton of exciting news about Tesla stocks, and we have some really exciting stories to share with all of you Tesla stock investors out there. This is definitely a day to watch out for. Additionally, we have the most recent information on the company's stock performance, industry insights, and preview of what lies ahead for this automotive behemoth. But before we go any further, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons to stay updated for more content like this. With that said, let's get this video started. Let's discuss a development that shocked even the most knowledgeable Tesla investors. Elon Musk, the man himself, has unleashed a bombshell of optimism that would make any long-term investor jump for joy. For Elon, it's not about constantly being in a state of battle, but rather the thrill of the chase. He views Tesla as the ultimate game changer on a trajectory that will eventually make it the most valuable company in the world, with profits expected to reach an astounding $1 trillion annually. What's really amazing is that Elon Musk means what he says when he says something like this. He doesn't just say it for effect. While some may use impressive numbers to pacify investors and staff, Elon's genuineness comes through. The key question, though, is whether he can actually make this grand vision reality. But here's where it really shines, and Elon's unwavering commitment to pushing boundaries and taking calculated risks, not resting on past successes, but pushing forward to conquer the next level of the game, is what sets Tesla apart. The company recently achieved a remarkable milestone. They rolled their 5 millionth car just 6 months after the 4 millionth car hit the road. That's growth on steroids. As a longtime Tesla investor who joined the company back in 2019 when sales were well below 1 million, this is definitely cause for celebration. But what comes next, despite Wall Street's forecast? We think the economic train is still going strong. When we examine the automotive industry, we see a clear contrast. While legacy auto giants like GM and Stellantis are entangled in UAW strikes that cause their production lines to grind to a halt, Tesla is on a completely different trajectory, and numbers speak for themselves. Tesla is not just building cars. It is building a revolution. Presently, Tesla is accomplishing the remarkable achievement of creating a new vehicle every 3.5 minutes, not only locally, but globally as well. A speed that causes the opposition to choke from their own inertia's dust. What's really fascinating are the chances were lost in the past. 10 years ago, legacy automakers had a clear opportunity to seize the electric car revolution. The indicators were there. The world was moving towards sustainability and technology was advancing. But they chose a different route and hesitated to stay in the business. The consequences of those decisions are being felt right now. Can legacy automakers adapt quickly enough to stay relevant in a rapidly changing automotive landscape, or will they be left behind in Tesla's trailblazing wake? Tethered to their traditional gas-guzzling models and let the opportunity slip through their fingers. They now find themselves struggling to catch up with Tesla, a company that not only embraced the EV transition, but accelerated it. It's all eyes on these legacy automakers as Tesla is rewriting the rules of the game and setting records at every turn. If I can't even pretend to feel sorry for these titans of industry like Ford, GM, and Stellantis, but there is a tinge of sadness for the hardworking employees caught up in this mess. Sadly, many may end up losing their jobs because these companies couldn't navigate the transition successfully. This serves as a stark reminder of how detrimental the UAW situation can be, not just for Ford, but for all automakers trying to survive. If the UAW proposal is implemented, Ford's UAW-related labor costs are effectively doubling what they are currently in. Guess what? Toyota and other international automakers that use us non-union labor this week, the UAW may call for additional strikes, and things don't seem good for GM. Here's some financial insight regarding Ford and Stellantis. UB's increased its target price for Tesla stock from $270 to $290. What motivated this action? Well, Tesla's price approach is the main one. Although Tesla's cheaper prices may have a short-term negative impact on the company's profits, they could provide them with a significant competitive advantage and help them grow their client base. Wall Street now seems to be realizing that despite UBS's neutral rating, Tesla still has some short-term upside potential. It's a long-term play that will definitely pressure the competition. According to UPS's astounding forecast, Tesla's unit sales will increase by around 22 in 2024, reaching approximately 2.3 million units. And that's not all. In 2025, they expect an even faster growth rate of approximately 40, reaching approximately 3.25 million units sold. Retail investors may be eyeing an entry point because experts predict that Tesla's delivery growth in 2026 will exceed expectations, especially with their next generation vehicles scaling up. This will be a game changer. So keep in mind that trying to time the market in 2019 is like chasing shadows. Waiting for a better entry point would have cost you dearly. It's about long-term vision rather than short-term gains. Avoid missing out on the upcoming significant Tesla rally, even though UBS may advise delaying for a more favorable entry opportunity. When it comes to investing, there are times when it's preferable to get in immediately rather than waiting to see if the market improves. tsla. The future is bright, so buckle up, keep your eyes on the road, and embark with us on this amazing journey. It's great news for Tesla stockholders that price reductions have stabilized as of August 2023, but not so great news for those looking for a deal. It's a bit of a puzzle, though, because if UBS believes there might be a more favorable entry point, then why are they suggesting that prices have stabilized? Let's figure that out. Tesla's capacity expansions and past facility ramp up rates have been thoroughly examined by UBS. According to their findings, if supply cannot keep up, demand pricing might be limited in the medium future. But here's the strategic twist. Even though this short-term strategy may raise eyebrows, UBS believes Tesla will continue to experiment with price elasticity, or they will fine-tune pricing based on supply and demand dynamics. This could be the cornerstone of Tesla's long-term success, because by cultivating a sizable customer base and maintaining their loyalty, they can put pressure on competitors with higher cost structures for battery electric vehicles. Now, let's shift our focus to a noteworthy development. Island is home to Tesla's first experience center. This is the big reveal, but I really like the name Experience Center since it's more than just a showroom. It's an immersive experience for prospective Tesla owners and crucial step for investors and stockholders alike, demonstrating Tesla's global development and commitment to the Asian market. It may not seem like a major concern, but the Chinese government is reportedly pressuring manufacturers of electric vehicles to use domestically produced electrical components, including semiconductors. This goes against their high-level opening up mantra and might have serious consequences. However, if this is true in word spreads, do you believe other nations would gladly welcome Chinese automobiles with wide arms? Tariffs and trade wars may not become the norm, but there is a bright side for Tesla. To weather these storms, Tesla already intends to build cars on every continent. However, it should be noted that the directive to use local parts was communicated informally during a meeting that took place approximately a year ago, and there is no documentation of this. The European Union. Recent announcement that it intends to look into Chinese EV subsidies and may even impose tariffs on Chinese cars suggests that China has played a clever strategic move by avoiding direct evidence that foreign firms are being excluded. However, there is a chance that these two stories are related and that this is all part of a larger chess game in the global automotive industry. On the one hand, the consequences of Chinese companies aggressively competing in the EV parts production arena could have an impact on the entire world. Though, unlike some other pundits, Jim Chose has put his money where his mouth is by shorting Tesla stock earlier this year. His continued short position is certainly raising eyebrows, especially considering the significant gains Tesla has seen. It's a reminder that even seasoned investors can occasionally be wrong. Chinese manufacturers in the United States and Europe may lose their international competitiveness, potentially affecting jobs and economies in these regions. On the other hand, Chinese automakers and parts producers may face barriers in accessing other markets, potentially dealing with heavier tariffs and trade disputes. In a recent statement about freedom of speech on the X platform, Elon Musk never backs down. He highlights X's commitment to fight for the maximum amount of freedom of speech permitted by law. He also makes a suggestion that anyone at X who doesn't follow this approach may find better employment possibilities elsewhere. This declaration was made in reaction to worries that X was complying with German requests for user identification in hate speech instances, which has caused German civil liberties concerns. Elon Musk has a strong position on free speech, but he also has to operate within the legal bounds of other nations. This is a tricky balance, and X encounters difficulties when traversing the rules and laws of other nations. To end on a lighter note, the video by Mr. Beast showcasing Tesla's complete self-driving capability is fantastic news for Tesla. The movie showcases Tesla's cutting-edge technology to millions of viewers, effectively serving as free promotion. Mr. Beast even makes light of the car's acceleration. Then comes the topic of whether Tesla stock will return to 100. This kind of publicity is invaluable to the company and helps generate more interest in its products. This concludes our video, guys. We've covered a lot of interesting topics, okay, like Tesla's pricing strategies, global competition, and even a peek into the world of short selling. We also looked at Elon Musk's position on free speech and how it relates to X's policies. Do you think that supporters of Tesla will continue to hold their positions, or will they shift their opinions? Please share your opinions in the comments section below if you enjoyed this video and would like to hear from you about how to strike a balance between free speech and following local laws on social media platforms like X. Additionally, what direction do you think Tesla stock will go in the upcoming years? Thank you for watching, and remember that the next video you should watch is the one that piques your interest the most. We hope to see you again.